What's today, man?
Today's flying day.
Introduce Stryder. He's been our #1 college intern in our company past month or so. It's the last week, huh?
The one and only. Yep, last week. Bittersweet moment.
One and only for the year. Yeah, bittersweet, but we'll be good. We are just taking off from Feltz. Today we're headed out to Douglas County. We have a series of farm inspections today. Stryder, you've been on some farm inspections.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of those farm inspections so far?
They've been awesome. We've seen a plethora of wheat, good and bad.
Our Kitfox 724 Kilo Alpha, short runway 22 right. Off we go, off we go.
That never gets old. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Yeah, no, you're right. This spring has been a touch mixed. We've had some drier temperatures.
Yeah.
You know, the ground moisture has been decent coming out of a good winter. You know, everybody's talked about in the West that there was just this massive winter that, you know, snowpacks at record levels. Well, that is the case in the mountains for sure, and the mountains got the majority of that. When you get out into the plain out here, we've been somewhat abnormally dry. You know, it seems like the plants are getting at it. So that's a quick update. The farmers seem to be in good spirits, although wheat price has had its challenges this spring. Really for no other reason that anyone can explain other than political and world events. You did a little bit of research on that.
Yeah, it seems that it's just world right now. Nothing really in the United States has kind of shifted the prices, but everything outside of the United States with the conflicts and the wars, and
that seems to be the be-all, end-all to the conversation at this moment. And so when things affect the value of the dollar, and that dollar increases, our commodities tend to suffer. I thought I'd do a couple of questions with you, Stryder, since you're not from around here. Give our audience a sense of what you're doing and why you're here.
Well, I'm Stryder Childs. I'm from Caldwell, Idaho, from the Treasure Valley. I've grown up on a farm, grew up in agriculture. I've absolutely loved agriculture and how it's helped me become really the person I am today.
Nice.
Come from an irrigated farm.
Oh.
So all this dry land wheat and dry land just crops, that's completely new to me, but it's been a fun experience to learn about it for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
The real reason why I came here, I obviously grew up in it, but never really knew the business side of agriculture.
Yeah.
And really wanted to learn that, more about the economy, the lingo, the logic in it.
Yep. So, and you're studying at Utah State.
Yep.
What are you studying?
I'm majoring in ag business, minoring in agronomy. Utah State right now, I've learned more about the agricultural economy in the last 2 semesters than I have in my entire life.
Right.
Which has really benefited me in how I look at crops nowadays and how they need to produce and how the prices really affect farmers and everything really. So, but agronomy side, I've learned about plant science, soil science mostly, pest management stuff. So, yeah, I loved the last semester. Utah State. Go Aggies.
Go Aggies. Well, up here in the Northwest, we tend to lean towards the Cougars, the WSU Cougars. And so we'll allow you. Well, I mean, the agriculture, I guess, trades off for not being a Cougar, which is fine.
I was going to say, we have common ground there.
We got common ground. Agriculture is our common ground. We'll take that. Well, so if you were to say one of the things that you've learned the most during your time up here with us, what would that be?
I would say just the view on agriculture. You mentioned it to me the first couple of days how food is the secret weapon, you know, and not only just it was in a war aspect and all that stuff, but really, you know, if agriculture doesn't produce, this world is gonna hit chaos. It's gonna hit the fan real quick.
Yep. Our country is so productive that our people are allowed to fully express not only their creativity, their imagination, their talents and their abilities in other things.
Inside the office, I've learned some marketing strategies. I've done a little marketing tips for, real estate and stuff like that.
We sold the property, didn't we?
We did. I think we did.
Well, it's under contract.
Yeah, I loved how I've done the mapping, actually. The mapping. It's been kind of fun to look up the parcel numbers, collect the farm, put it in one folder, so that it's organized, the organization of agriculture and all that stuff. I love organization, so I love how Farmland Company is very, very organized in how they do things, especially with the mapping system.
We thank you for that. We thank you for that endorsement.
I view the land very differently now.
You view the land very differently. Mission accomplished. This is the last week of your internship.
It's been amazing. Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Learned a lot of the business side too.
Yep.
I feel like I can tackle a lot of those tasks at hand, and yeah, it's been very, very fun.
Okay, we'll get a little field update. How have the inspections been so far today?
They've been pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I say pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Wheat looks good. There's some spotty areas. They need some rain,
dry spots,
obviously,
yeah.
but for the most part, the fallow is in good shape, as well as the crop. We've had quite a few really, really good crop areas today, and so far so good.
The first for me was the biosolids.
Yes. Up in this area, they have the ability to get a hold of some organic fertilizer that they utilize in a dry land setting, which that is, it's really great in a lot of ways. We appreciate you being with us today on the Farmland Fox. It was great, Stryder, to have you in our internship as well as just kind of with us, and we're grateful and hope you make your way back to the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
as the case may be. And like we always say, we love your dirt. Thanks for riding with us. See ya.